All right, we've got a current event that we want to talk about happening the rest of July. It's part of the Alzheimer's Association Education Series. While this month it's focused on veterans, it is open to anyone. So joining us now to talk about it is Michelle Green, an educator for the community educator for the Alzheimer's Association Iowa chapter. Michelle, great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Before we get into the forum itself, I want to talk about the numbers a little bit. How many folks are living with Alzheimer's? And perhaps just as importantly, how many caregivers are there out there?
That's a great question, because really it is those two aspects we have to look at as a community. In the states of Iowa and Illinois, we have over 313,000 folks living with Alzheimer's or dementia-related disease. What we know is for every person with a diagnosis, there are 2 to 3 or more caregivers per that person. So we're talking about more than 500,000 folks in our communities that this is affecting. We need to continue to have these conversations.
Yeah, and these forums are going to help with that a little bit. Tell us what they're all about and what can people still learn for the rest of the month?
Absolutely. This is a new one that we've never done before. This is specific for veterans. So it's ongoing, as you said, through the month of July. It's really easy to participate because it's virtual. So once a week, you can go to the website, alz.org/Iowa to register. Click on the tab for programs and you'll find it there with some other virtual education. But on there specifically for veterans, they're going to learn information about Alzheimer's and dementia-related diseases, but other community partners, experts on getting connected with VA benefits, which certainly is so important for them and their families. Medicaid, if that's something they need. There will be legal advisors on there talking about power of attorney rights and financial planning as well.
And why veterans? Is there a nuance there when it comes to this particular disease?
Yes, there is, and I'm really glad you asked. So there are lots of risk factors to developing dementia and Alzheimer's, but there are a few key ones related to combat and military service that we know of that put them at higher risk. Number one is post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Another one is traumatic brain injury, TBIs, and I want us to think more broadly about that. So it's not just a blunt force trauma to the head that we think of, but you know, the shocks our bodies feel after there is a nearby explosion or shrapnel, that rattles the brain as well. And sometimes those TBIs are not acknowledged when they happen, but certainly years later. And then of course for our Vietnam veterans, exposure to Agent Orange. Any one of those risk factors, you are now twice as likely to possibly develop dementia and Alzheimer's. So you don't have to check all 3 boxes. I really want the community to know that. If you are a veteran, any one of those you need to really learn. Better education always equals better care is what I always say with dementia. And it's important that they get connected with services. Early diagnosis is so important too, because that really puts you in the driver's seat of this journey and gives you control and decision making, and you really get to write the story and how you want that to go.
Let's talk a little bit about the education piece, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of families who this is a brand new season of life. They don't even know where to start. How do you sort of begin to even take the first step?
It's scary. It's a really hard diagnosis to receive as a family because, as we talked about, for every person with a diagnosis, you have 2 to 3 that are actively caregiving and probably more. The Alzheimer's Association website is just a treasure trove of information. I really encourage folks to sort of get over the fear, not over the fear, but move past that. Again, better information equals better care. We know so much more than we did even 10 years ago. We are in an exciting phase of the disease. There are new drugs out there that can slow or halt progression, but you have to catch that early, in that early stage. Early diagnosis is so important for, again, making sure you can make decisions for yourself, but receive so many more treatments. Also on the website, they've got lots of great tools to match you to different trials, if that's something you want to participate in as well, and learn more about the latest research as well as caregiving tips. Okay,
we have a few seconds left here. Tell us, how can people come prepared and what should they know to register for the forums?
Sure, go on the website, alz.org/Iowa to register. Also on that website is the helpline number. You can call that for any reason at all for education or answer questions, but they can help register you as well. To be prepared, just show up and ready to listen.
All right, Michelle Green, thank you so much. Great information and important work that y'all are doing there.
Thank you.
All right. For anyone at home, by the way, if you want more information on the Alzheimer's Virtual Education Series, you can head to WQAD.com.